What is up, everyone? This is episode 76 of the fAnaticZ podcast, and I am Damien.
What it do, Scataboo? You already know it's Dylan.
And it is Frankie.
Woo! So, another year, another great performance by the D-backs, and we've been calling it all year. D-backs are gonna crush it. No, I'm just kidding. We literally lit them up so badly last episode.
I know our ass talk turned into what's trending to be a 7-1 streak since we last had an episode because they are currently leading the Rockies 7-0 heading into the fourth inning. So
I'm
Yeah.
okay. I'll own it. Those were the intentions of our words. We don't want them to do poorly. We want them to win. So when we talk trash, it's always from a place of motivation, and I always make a caveat like I believe in them. I think that we have the people. We just got to do the darn thing.
Reverse psychology.
Exactly.
right, and one of the guys you were kind of pointing out, Damien, last week was Ketel Marte because last week he was batting low twos, and ever since he's been shredding it.
Smashing
So
it.
everyone's been bashing it too, and I was giving Arenado his flowers too last week, and how he's been like one of the most consistent guys, and he's been having a breakout year so far, which I kind of predicted, hitting at
Yeah,
Chase
dude
Field,
goes at the
hitting
grand slam.
hitting in Chase Field, and he goes off of the grand slam. So we gave everybody, all the three of us gave everybody some flowers, and everyone's been stepping up. So
Yeah, especially with Cattell stepping up. And then, of course, I went in on Gallon and he two straight wins. So we will take it.
And start where he should have won, but Torrey pulled some bullcrap
Yeah.
by taking him out when he was dominating. What was that, Zach Allen?
I
And it
don't know.
was
I think
ended
that
up.
was the game that I worked. So I don't know.
I think it was Zach Allen. We ended up losing the game like 3-2, but he was shoving and he took him out early when he could have just kept him in and could have kept destroying them.
See, that's the thing that, that's the love or hate relationship with Lavolo. He's a player's coach. Everybody loves him, but also at the same time, he just makes those decisions that you're just like,
What are we doing here?
what are we? Yeah, exactly.
What are we doing?
Well, I know at one point he gave the pitchers a remember like kind of a month ago or so that he gave that pitchers a little pep talk and all that. And ever since, like for the most part, they've been better. I kind of wonder if he kind of did the same thing with the batters, and ever since then, we've been on this little tear lately. These past 8-9 games.
I doubt it. I wouldn't give him that much credit. I like him. I think he's a good manager, and I'm happy we didn't fire him, and I want us to keep him around. But baseball is, especially with batting, is cyclical like that, where the batters go into slumps and then they start going crazy and hitting a bunch of home runs. It happens to all guys on every team. Like at the beginning of the year, the Phillies could not freaking hit the ball whatsoever, and then all of a sudden they start crushing it. So
Well,
that's
they
just how.
couldn't today because they fucked me in my parlay, so they put up zeros.
Hey, listen, they are forever banned on my parlays, bro. I will never bet them again. They only do well when I don't bet on them, but whatever.
Same.
Parlays only do well when I don't make them.
You gotta win. You gotta lose to win, unfortunately, and that's why you gotta gamble responsibly. But
Oh yeah.
um, geez, man, that's what the Diamondbacks did when they got rid of all of our big hitters and replaced them with these guys. They gambled, but they gambled responsibly because I honestly like I didn't love all the moves at first. I especially didn't like the Alec Thomas to the Dodgers move, but I think that I see the vision for what they want to do. And if
Schmidt.
everybody played up to what their potential was as far as the pitching staff and like the outfielders and the bats, like everyone, if they all played up to what they actually could be on paper, this would be a freaking scary team.
Well, the thing for the Diamondbacks, unfortunately, Guriel got hurt once again, but we saw Waldschmit brought up within the last month, and then now we're having number 4 ranked prospect Tommy Choi coming up to join him for the next 10 plus days. So that's going to be an interesting addition to the lineup.
If these people are good, then I will what the hell? If these people are good, I will be less offended about the Alec Thomas trade. I think my dog just slammed into the gate. Just got zoomies. I'm gonna check on her real quick. Hold
No,
on.
but Frankie finally brought up Waldschmidt though. Ever since Waldschmidt's been brought up, he's been on a consistent tear every opportunity that he's been brought up, and he came at a time where the offense has been just struggling massively badly, dude. And yeah, so
He's had timely hits. He's stepped up. We've had a lot of disappointments, especially last year at first base. So just to have him come in, immediately and fill some holes in the offense, it's been good to see. Hopefully, Tommy Choi can do the same.
well, the thing about Waldy, nice. We already got it. He's patient at the plate too. Like if he gets down to 0-2 right away, like he fights at the plate. Like he doesn't strike out
Wait,
real
wait,
quick
wait,
at the plate
wait,
too.
wait, 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 wait. Did you just come up with Waldy off the cuff?
Yeah, Waldy, Paul Waldschmidt.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, man.
Where's
No, that's
Waldy?
sick. Hey, listen, I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna put that on there. That's yours. If anybody else says Wally, they're copying your swag.
I dig that. I feel like it might have came up with already, but I personally never heard anybody say it. But
I don't care. I'm giving it to you. But I
That's
agree. Like, listen, if you're gonna come on the team and start doing stuff like that right away, then there's a spot for you here. And secondly, um, Jose Fernandez, he's got to come back up and start making plays too. And then we got a like little new wave, a new renaissance of
yeah,
nudie.
Jose. It's kind of same thing. Like with Waldschmidt. Jose came back up, and that dude came on an instant tear right off the grid, and I don't know. He kind of cooled off real quickly.
Yeah, he had 2 home runs in that one game, and he has 3 on the year. So it's like he hasn't really done it again.
Well, he was getting base hits and doubles
Yeah,
here
he
and there
played
a
well in
little
a
after
couple
that, but
games.
then a little after that, it's just been quiet. Like, and I came up with a little chant too for him, like that little Jose chant, a little for fun while he was
Jose,
hot, and then
Jose,
and then
Jose.
yeah, and then after I did the little Jose chant, and then he cooled off. So I guess he didn't like it or something. I don't know. Astros fans don't do it for Jose Altuve, so I was like, why not for Jose Fernandez?
right.
Update: the dog is fine. The dog did not bang into the gate. She just dropped something on the ground.
All right.
Right, good for
I'm
her.
curious for my penguin.
But
Cheers, doggo.
right, good. Just making sure she ain't hurt. She's all good. She's all gravy, baby. We can get back to potty.
I don't know if you know that we can't see you or not, the viewers and us.
I do.
Oh.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Don't worry, I'm back.
fAnaticZ Poopers is sponsored by Hooters, now family oriented.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like your local Fanatic show. Family oriented.
Don't
Sponsor
drink
us
two of
now,
these.
Hooters.
Don't drink two of these monster rehabs right back to back, like I'm about to do. Not good for your heart.
Oh Lord. Not consecutively.
Oh, but it's too good
Anywho,
not to. All right. Yes,
I low-key don't even know what the standings are for the NL West. I wish I did.
I wish you would, ask me about it beforehand. But
It's
we can
kind
all
of.
we could always look it up. No,
I was
I'm just
playing.
kidding. We
Hey,
don't need to
hey,
look it
my.
up. I know it off the top of
Hey,
my head.
I'm about to clown your ass in front of your
27 and
shake.
24, 4 games back. We're in third
Oh, bro, you
place.
don't want that. Sorry, go ahead.
I was putting my daughter to sleep, so I couldn't look it up, fool.
Pre-game.
I'm just gonna ignore that because there's no good response. So
But
yeah,
no.
the National League West, you got it, Frank.
I know we're 27 and 24, and we're
Yep.
4.5 games back
We're,
from
we're
LA.
five game we're 5 games back. The Dodgers just won.
Oh, foo.
Yep. And they're 33 and 20. The Padres are 31 and 20. The Diamondbacks are third place, 27 and 24, like Frankie just said. And our last 10 were 7 and 3, just like the Padres. The Dodgers are 8 and 2, always pacing everyone. The Rockies and Giants, they both suck. 3 and 7 in the last 10.
Oh,
We're
but
about
that's well
we
within
would
striking distance for the entire year. So
you know what's crazy though? The Diamondbacks, if we were in the NL East, we'd be the second place team. It'd be the Braves, Diamondbacks, and then Phillies and so on and so forth.
It's like
So
we're just sitting afloat.
yeah, we're
Currently.
just in a tough division. We're just in a
Mhm.
tough division.
here's my prediction: San Diego falls apart, and we take the second.
I could see that happening. San Diego loves to fall apart.
But
And the
this,
Diamondbacks
Because
like to
they're
get
well,
off.
it's because they're back end bullpen. That's why.
And they got a lot of bats. Like, no offense, they're really good because I love these players. They're some of my favorite players. It's like Merrill, Tatis, and Bogart. They can be really good, and then they can completely disappear for like 3 months. You know what I mean? It's like, where are you
Machado
guys
too.
at?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can all disappear for just like crazy stretches of time where it's like, dude, they're paying you so much money. You
well,
can't
like,
disappear like
it's
that.
just like they still got Manny Machado too.
Yeah. Machado, I think he's like their like consistent vet, you know?
But they're paying him
He
a
can
grip
still
of
hit.
money, dude. It's gonna be hard to freaking move him anywhere.
Yeah. They should have kept their pitching tight, but it is what it is. They're still only one game behind the Dodgers, so
Oh yeah,
whatever they're doing is working. Well, our
oh yeah,
problem is that we're 10 and 14 away.
yeah.
We're
That's
17 and 10 at home.
just play the home games. Just play the home games.
Whatever happened to freaking Zach Gallen's dominance when he was away? He used to go crazy in away games, dude. Specifically New York away games.
There's a crack in the milk glass.
Maybe not though. I think he's just like any other pitcher right now. Like I thought I was starting to get worried, but then he had those couple good games and I'm like, okay, he's still there. He just needs to get a rhythm going.
Yeah,
I'm back strong on the Gallon train. I was still on the train. I never got off, but I was like heading toward the exit, and now I'm like turning back around and getting back in my seat. You know, oh, I was gonna get off of this train, but you know what? I like this train. I've been on this train forever, and it's a train I'm comfortable on. And why not? He's worth the ticket. That's why we brought him back. That's why I rooted for us bringing him back. And let's just hope that the Diamondbacks can just kind of just win every tough little game because I think that's what it's going to come down for us at the end of the season is those little last games. I just always have PTSD of us getting thrown out of the playoffs by one game after we made the World Series. Like
oh
one
my.
game decided whether we could freaking go to the playoffs again or not, and we just couldn't get it.
I mean, with any year, it just seems like it doesn't matter. Every single year, we're either one of the worst teams in baseball, 30 games back, or we always miss the playoffs by like 1 or 2 games.
Well, not the year we went to
Annoying.
the World Series. It's been like that. It's been like we've been missing it by one game ever since.
Yeah, what's crazy is if you look back historically, you would just understand how nuts that team was. But at the time, it just seemed like a regular baseball team, right? But you got like, I always talk about this. I know I sound like a broken record, but like Kurt Schilling, freaking Luis Gonzalez, Randy Johnson, like we had some crazy talent, like all on one team.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's not even mentioning like the like secondary tier people. You know what I mean? Like the team was stacked for it. If they didn't win the World Series, that something would be wrong. I don't think the Diamondbacks have that. We just have a team that's like when we went to the World Series, we just had a team that was just like I don't, those like destined teams that are like, hey, we're gonna make the fight, like the Miami Heat when they made the final from the play-in type vibes.
Yeah,
Like over,
it's like you hit the right time, and then it's like, oh, the chemistry is just ridiculous, and they just ride it all the way.
yeah, sweeping the Dodgers. I think sweeping the Dodgers was our downfall. We couldn't have both. We couldn't sweep the Dodgers and win the World Series in the same year, just because it's just not in Arizona's cards to win spectacularly like that.
I mean, for Arizona sports, it's just like big games are either not in our future or we get there and then we fumble the bag.
Yeah, we got to figure out how to change this, man. Got to figure out how to change it.
But I mean, I'm still the biggest concern for me with the Diamondbacks is just still that bullpen because you never know who's going to show up.
Right, they look good for 2-3 games, and it just goes to disaster.
Yeah.
Where like almost everybody gets like 2 earned runs.
You know what's good is we got the Giants for 3 games straight going. Next game will be there. Yep, we'll be in San Francisco twice. Yep. And then they'll come here for the last game of the series, and hopefully we can just win all 3 of the games. I know that's a lot to ask. Sweeping a team in a series is pretty hard. Oh wait, all 3 games. That's nuts. What the heck? That might be tricky. They're gonna be in the Bay. They're probably gonna leave tonight because they got to play tomorrow. But it's not a long drive. Well, I guess to go to the Bay, it's a little longer than to go to LA.
As I said, they'll probably leave at some point this evening or tonight.
For sure, they got to leave tonight because the Bay is like an 11-hour drive, 9 11 hours to get to the Bay from here, and they're in Phoenix right now. So yeah. Anyways, we got them 3 games, and then it's the Mariners who are kind of good. They got tricky pitching, but they're definitely a beatable team for the Diamondbacks. And then after that series, we have the Dodgers. So those are the next 3 series: Giants, Mariners, and then the Dodgers.
That's
Yeah,
going to
I'm
be
not
an
sure.
interesting set.
Have we played the Dodgers since we opened up the season?
I don't think so.
I was gonna say we finally get that rematch against the Dodgers.
Yeah, we got to beat them at least once in these games.
We need to get them twice.
Yeah, I guess that's technically true. We want to win the series. We don't just want to win 1 game. We should get them twice for sure. That first week of June, I'm gonna be off. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll spend some money and go to a Dodgers game against the Diamondbacks. I always go to like horrible, insignificant games because it's so expensive to go to the Dodgers versus Diamondbacks rivalry games. And you got
Yeah.
to deal with all the freaking Dodgers fans. Oh,
Yeah, no, it's bad enough when they come to Chase.
yeah. Like I got to go watch my team potentially lose to this freaking All-Star team, accompanied by the most unsavory scoundrels ever, which are Dodgers fans. No thanks. I'll just watch it from home. So I'll end up on the news punching somebody and kicking them in the head.
Oh,
That are
John,
probably
you
going on
pissed
in right field by the pool,
mother.
anyways.
That's all good. I would love to be there for an upset, though. A
Yeah.
beer in hand, a couple dollars on the game.
Be like,
I think I've been to one Dodgers D-backs game, but like it was like tickets from my dad's work. It was like kind of closer to the grass by third base. It was pretty dope.
I think I've been there one time too. I think I've been for one Dodgers Diamondbacks game. I didn't pay for it. Somebody else did, so I don't know what it costed, but
And I was like, every time I was through somebody's work, bro, it's be dope ass seats.
yeah, people's works always have a good deal with the
corporate rates.
yeah, because they could or sponsor rates.
Yep.
So it just depends. Because if you work for someone that sponsors the team, they get hooked up, dude. Because they're in like a real business relationship with the organization, you know.
Just like if the Pistons would have gone further in the playoffs, my work could have hooked me up with playoff tickets.
Just like I worked for a security company that was so cool with the Cardinals that when the Super Bowl came, we got to do security for the Super Bowl, you know?
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, and I got to watch the second half of the Patriots Seattle Super Bowl on the dang field. Yeah. I, and I got
Good
to be
shit.
a security guard at the ring ceremony for the Patriots. I literally met Bill Belichick and Devin McCourty.
Dang, dude, that's sweet.
It's kind of lit, right? Like all from just the security company having the in with the cards. Um, yeah. Or I know a couple people that work for my current company now that work with the Suns, and they need to start changing a couple things around though if the Suns are gonna not get swept in the first round of the playoffs. And it doesn't matter if it's the Thunder or not because if we're being honest, that Western Conference is a stack full of monsters.
We didn't have any size.
Yeah, we do. We have this guy I know might not you might not know about him. He's a young guy. His name is Kaman Malawach.
Who?
Kaman Malawach.
Man, he should have played a whole lot more though. Like my thing is,
Wait,
what are we gonna
hold
do
on,
with
hold on, hold
Mark
on, hold on. You
Williams?
should
Do
have
you
played a
bring him
whole lot
back?
more. Didn't I question like before the playoffs started? Should we give it more minutes in the playoffs? And we're like, oh no, no, no. Like, more... I'm just trying to refresh my memory here,
I didn't say that. No, I don't remember Frankie saying that either.
bro. I know damn well. I was like, bro, maybe we should give Common more minutes in the playoffs because Mark Williams and fuck,
Unavailable.
yeah, is unavailable and shit.
Yeah, I think we were all on that train of like, hey, this is becoming a problem. Also, Iguodaro is good, but he can't play every minute of you know, the playoff games. Him and Mark Williams for 15 minutes isn't gonna do the job. It kind
No.
of makes me think, man, maybe we should have kept Nick Richards.
Nah, not really. He wasn't really doing shit though.
He wasn't freaking playing. Just like the centers that aren't doing anything, it's because they're in a line of three people and they can only play one guy at a time. It's like Bol. He never got to play because it's like, hey, well, there's better people at those positions, power forward or center, that are
I mean, every
playing.
time Bobo did play though, like he was like one of the best players on the court.
He popped off.
And then
Sometimes,
freaking
sometimes, sometimes he was disastrous. People just only look at the good times. Sometimes he was so bad.
That's fair.
and then he wouldn't be used after he was hot. Like it would be stupid.
Yeah, I think that was Budenholzer. Just horrible coaching. I don't know. I feel like the good coaches that we get, they come to Phoenix and they forget that they were good coaches before. Like Frank Vogel, Budenholzer, like that whole string of coaches. It's like, yo, what happened? Y'all was just winning championships and shit. Like,
Bro,
how did you guys come?
bro, listen, Greg Popovich can go El Jefe to El Valle and then can become complete ass. That's just how it be. Like,
For sure. Unfortunately, I don't know what goes on, and there's something in the water. Maybe the Mexican food is too good, or the Old Town is too fun, and they spend too much time out there and not enough time watching film or something. I swear, people don't understand how low key, like, if you're a party person and you have money, Arizona's an amazing place.
Yeah. I mean,
There's a lot of places to go party and spend a lot of money with people who have a lot of money. That's why
no.
celebrities like the basketball players always get in trouble here.
excuse me, Dylan Brooks.
Well, it's like eating though, for example, right there.
And DeAndre Ayton never got in trouble, but I know people that work at like very high end restaurants that would tell you things about DeAndre Ayton that you're like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
So
I don't want to put it out in the podcast because it's not like public information. Let's just say, um, He's Bohemian, but damn, you would have thought he was Jamaican.
Goodness.
But anyway,
But no, are you guys? So would you guys be on the keep Mark Williams train or the sign and trade potentially Mark Williams train and then bring somebody in? Which I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to some of the podcasts, but I've heard rumors that or just hypotheticals with Rudy Gobert coming to Phoenix.
I was gonna bring up Rudy Gobert, but I don't think that's realistic. What I do think though is if we can go get him, we can hook him up with like the Transformers crew, and they can give him like a metal leg, one that will never break. Then we can keep him forever, and he'll make this team super good. I don't know if I would trust his foot. His foot was the injury that kept him from being effective in any other place he ever was, and now it's his foot again. I'm more of the mind of, hey, let's act like we want to keep him. If we can't get something from him, get his value up and trade him off and let Malwatch grow and get another, get like a Valanciunas type person. I know Valanciunas is probably going to go overseas and like he wants to go overseas and make a whole lot of money, go home and make a real big bag. And if I was him, I would do that. But we need someone that's like a Daniel Gafford, like my main job is to get rebounds and be a rim presence. I have no other desires. I don't dribble. I don't do any of that fancy crap. I just block shots and catch lobs.
We just need
Like,
somebody who's available.
yeah, like a Clint Capella, like a solid NBA, like Steven Adams. Like he probably could be a starter, but he's always injured. But I'm just saying, like someone that plays like him
Right.
to come
He's
in,
been
and then you can
suggested
have,
to the Suns for so long, Clint Capella.
yeah, I
It's kind
know,
of
but
like
it's never
equivalent
gonna
to
happen
like with like the Suns with Eric Gordon, bro, for like years. Oh, Suns
for
should trade for
sure.
Eric Gordon, and like it was
And it
rumored Eric
finally
Gordon.
happened.
It finally happened. So like maybe Clint Capella just retires the Sun.
I wouldn't mind it. I would
No.
take some backup
But
center like that. Keep my watch. Tell also Iguodala, sorry brother, but your center days are over. We're gonna put you with the four. And I would play also Iguodala at the four. And honestly, let's think about trading for Rudy Gobert. We can't. What would we have to give up?
I mean, hypothetically, I would offer up Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal.
It's not enough.
What?
Listen, I mean,
Cody, did you remember
it's a
the
bit,
trade
it's a,
that
it's a
Minnesota
bit.
got him for?
Oh yeah,
A lot of shit.
yeah. That's.
Go ahead.
I,
I
I hear
don't
they're
know.
desperate to move on from Randall and Gobert, though.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, Gobert. It's not like Gobert doesn't have high value. I don't know if they're desperate to move on from Gobert. They're just shopping him. They're desperate to move on from Randall. That's for sure. But
Well,
Gobert
it's like
just
why
locked
would
up
we? I don't know
Jokic
what we really give him because why would we give him any of our shooters off the bench? And like if
because
anybody, it doesn't make sense because Gobert's not a scorer. Then the only thing we benefit is just a rebounder and an alley ooper like Malwatch. That's it. Just the same type of center, but a vet.
I think he does a little bit more than that. He's a great defensive anchor, but I do think that it's not what we need. Like it wouldn't make sense to give up a bunch for him because he doesn't make us any closer to a championship than we are right now. It's like,
More consistency at the center spot, but
yeah, but I think
that's it.
I think Malawach was having like 5, 6 block games or 4 block games or something like that, playing the little limited time he played. And I would just say give him some time to grow as a starter. He's going to be able to shoot too. He's not just going to be the inside guy. But then we need the dirty second center that can come in that just straight up just eats rebounds and blocks shots. It's a simple formula, and just move Oso to the floor. He ain't no five. We need a big. If we move him to the four, he's a big four. You know, like that will be good. He's a skilled big four, and then we could go Jalen Green like because we're not getting Rudy Gobert without trading Jalen Green or something. But they don't need
No,
Jalen Green
so
because they
I was
have
about to
Anthony.
say earlier. Sorry to interrupt. I was about to say earlier before you get more further in track. I was like, if anybody wants to touch any of the big three, as much as I hate to say it, and I'm thinking of a business perspective because it really do be like that in the NBA. If anyone wants to touch a part of our big three, it's gonna have to be Dylan Brooks first because if you
What?
think about it, the dude's already been passed around the NBA like a blunt already as it is. And we already know Jalen Green and Devin Booker are more than likely going to drop 50 plus points together a game. Dylan Brooks is not that consistent offensive factor. He only brings us defense.
You know what though?
So defense for defense kind of makes sense in that
Dylan Brooks
package.
will not be Dylan Brooks will not be traded. I
No,
promise you that.
sir.
Matt Ishbia has already made it crystal clear that he is not getting rid of Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks changed the
So why
culture when
get
he
so
got him.
so in our perspective, why get any involved in that business with Rudy Gobert?
I
Doesn't make
think
sense. It would
I,
if we
I think
were
if
talking Giannis, but
I think we're not going to do that. But if we were trading, it wouldn't be for Rudy Gobert, and I don't think I think Jalen Green would be the most likely person to get traded, and I don't think it's going to happen because I think um, Ishbia has PTSD from the Kevin Durant situation. The team was wildly successful according to what everybody thought we were going to do. Why blow it up the next year when realistically the main people didn't even play a bunch together because of injuries and suspensions and whatnot, you know?
Right.
So it's like this is not the time to blow up your team. San Antonio's getting stronger, Thunder is getting stronger. The Clippers just got the fifth pick in the draft. The Minnesota Timberwolves are talking about getting KD. That the Houston Rockets already have KD. If they could figure their situation out, they're going to be good. We can't afford just to let's trade away all of the people that made us have our successful season. It's like that doesn't make any sense. We made the playoffs. We
Right.
just got to tweak a few things, and we're good.
Another thing I believe that the Suns are definitely going to look towards is I think Jaden Bradley would be an amazing fit at point guard, and then that way we could have
Who
Colin Gillespie come in on as the 6 or the 7.
did you say? Jalen Bradley?
Jaden Bradley,
Who the hell is that?
he's talking about the
point guard
draft.
from U of A.
Oh
He's talking
Jesus!
about the draft.
Oh Jesus! We need an NBA player, bro.
I know
Bro,
that's what I
he's
was saying in the
going.
chat this morning with Frankie. Like, I need to get more into college basketball besides March Madness and closer to the draft.
He can do it all. He can pass. He can play defense. He can score in bunches.
I would love to take a flyer on the guy out of the draft. Unfortunately for us, we kind of screwed ourselves on draft picks. But John Morant is interesting though. Y'all don't think John Morant's interesting? I wouldn't trade Green, but
I feel like
if
we
we
just
could,
got done with some locker room negativity when Kevin
yeah, but
Durant.
I don't think he's that bad, bro. I don't think he's a locker room
Mm,
cancer. I think
outside,
that
outside, outside of the court, though, outside of the locker room,
listen,
liability issue.
not really, not in Arizona, bro. Guns are legal here. You can buy a gun from the gun show. You can walk around with a gun everywhere. You can show it on camera. Nobody cares. Arizona is free. He can come out here and do all that. Maybe the NBA cares because it's like code of conduct or whatever. But I swear, if Arizona, you can ride around with the blicky all you want, John Morant, but just don't be dumb and take pictures with it and post it on your social medias. If you can come play serious basketball, he already has a connection with Dylan Brooks. He's an electric point guard. He's gonna draw defenders by himself, which is gonna free Book and everybody else up. He can create spacing just by being out there. And guess what? Him and Jalen Green are forward pressure drivers to the hoop. They're both gonna get to the basket, which means 3 pointers for everybody else.
Who do
So
we give
and
up for a jaw?
what we give up for Jaw, I would give up what you were trying to give up for whatever trade you were trying to do. I would give up
Grayson
Royce
and
O'Neal, and you can't give up both of them because they both do the exact same thing. So it would, for me, what would make sense would be Ryan Dunn and Royce O'Neal. You know, or because we don't really have draft picks, so we have to trade players away. Unfortunately, that's going to be our most important thing.
Can't trade Grayson Allen. He's a free agent.
We have the 47th overall draft pick in the second round. That's why I said Royce instead of Grayson. I would bring Grayson back. I'm bringing one of those
I
guys
wouldn't,
back.
honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Grayson Allen's a baller.
I'm bringing one of
Dude's
those
hurt
guys back.
like freaking almost like every other week for like 2 games.
When he's not hurt, he contributes and he plays good defense.
I was gonna say
Need him more
he's one of the
available.
only guys other than Booker that I could think is 30-40 on any random night.
Yeah, look at we got 40. We have the 47th overall pick in the second round. Um, that's our only pick,
We're
and
moving
that's our
up.
only pick. So I mean, we're not gonna.
Hopefully he balls out summer league.
Yeah, we have to trade if we want to get better. Basically, is what I'm saying. And we do need a point guard. Colin can't be the starting point guard going into next year. Williams can't be the starting center unless he fucking gets a bionic leg and he gets vibranium directly implanted into his leg and foot. He can't be the starter. Malawatch can be the starter, so it's not that big of a need. But we do need someone
So
behind him
just
that can
trade.
come in.
So just redo the whole Charlotte. Just freaking send him back to Charlotte for Yusuf Nurkic.
No, we don't need. Nurk would be cool coming off the bench, but I doubt his pride would let him do that.
Right.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I want like a real Steven Adams type guy, like a Clint Capella, like a real just like, hey, I'm literally just here for rebounds and nothing else, like Luke Cornett or something, like but like younger and newer.
God. Oh my Dylan, you got me all fucked up, dude.
Yeah, I think a point guard is what we should really focus on though, because I mean, if we keep Green, then every other position is locked down outside of centers, and power forward really. Power forward and center is weird because we have a lot of players that could be good there that are just not sticking.
I was gonna say we need to see Rasheer Fleming's ascension next year.
Bro, what about Ryan Dunn? We're talking about everybody like, oh, trade this and that, but like everyone seems to forget like that dude. They seems just lost in the shadow because of Rasheer Fleming. He could be
Yeah,
a
they do the same thing. They're the same guy, but Rasheed Fleming is just better.
More
right.
upside.
Like,
So like he could be a valuable trade piece.
I mean, not just more upside, but he's better right now. Like, he contributed way more this year than Ryan Dunn did,
Yeah,
which is
Dunn really kind of regressed.
very weird. Um, I do think though, um, you gotta be more. You gotta show it that consistently. I would say I would keep Ryan Dunn as a backup player, like second string person. He's not a starter on this team at this point. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it is. I don't know if he can. Maybe he can. I don't know. Break the starting lineup during the summer. I think he could. He could have a big jump. I really still believe in his defense. I believe in he can get better. His shot, when the shot's on, which means there's a possibility for him to become a better shooter. Um, it's just like with Rasheer Fleming coming up, the way he's coming up, it's like, what are we gonna do there? I
Well, you
think they
gotta
need
think.
to go ahead.
So you gotta think too with Ryan Dunn. Like it's in it. He's in his third system in his what fourth year in the NBA.
Yeah,
So I feel like he could make a leap into fuck what did it, not Gregory
Jordan not.
Jornot, yeah. He can make a second year leap in Jornot's system. So
No doubt. We don't want to give up on him yet. What do you think about Dunn's future here, Frankie?
Honestly, like he's valuable as a defensive piece, but you hit the nail on the head. He's just so inconsistent in this last year. I feel like he regressed from the potential that he showed in previous years, and with Fleming already running into the league as a second round pick, and then seeing flashes of what he can do like on the defensive and offensive side where Dunn has limitations. It's like one of those situations where you have to improve, where the kind of writing's on the wall.
Yeah, I do think that like we have to address uh point guard. Like it just has to happen. Like Jordan Goodwin, he's a solid backup. Like I would if we had to get rid of one of him or Colin, I would say goodbye Colin. Like at this point, like definitively. But I would need to see Jordan do it for another season though. If he could play like this all the time, you know what I mean? Like he's a game changer. He might be good enough to start.
Right.
Possibly.
We just don't have anybody right now that's shown that experience and can take that next level. And we just need somebody that's experienced, can slide in because Booker does not need to be playing point guard anymore.
Well, for me, it's not even that he doesn't need to be playing point guard. I just think that if we have someone like John Morant who can get like 11 assists a game type shit, that can find him where it's just easy buckets for him, and not just him, Jalen Green, everybody plays better like that. If he has to look for everybody in their best spots and then get to his best spots and then play defense too, it makes Book look like he's not as good as he is. Like the Book has always been best with a good point guard. Like when we had Chris Paul, we went to the finals. And he in the playoffs, Book was scoring like 32, 35 points a game type craziness. He's
Yeah.
still scoring that high points per game being point guard. This year he was going crazy. But I swear he could take it up that next level if he had a decent point guard. And so could Dylan Brooks, because Dylan Brooks had a career offensive year and he didn't even have the best setup from a real point guard.
No. The thing is, he went from averaging, I think, like what, 16, 17 to like over 21.
Something like that. Yeah, something.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be interesting to see what they do this off season. Just like it's gonna be interesting to see how our feathered friends continue to handle the
And
Jacoby
Yeah.
building
I
biscuits.
I look. You
not
couldn't wait
not
to
our
end. The,
feathered friends. That's
I look. You
crazy.
couldn't wait to end the show on this topic. Yeah. So Jacoby Brissett, man. I guess the contract talks are far in between both parties, between Jacoby Brissett and the Arizona Cardinals. They're far off. I mean, he did claim he wanted starter money, right?
Yeah,
So it's like, did Jacoby Brissett last season prove that he should get starter money? I personally don't think so.
he threw for 3,366 yards.
But a
They've
lot of his
given him
effort a lot
quite
of his effort when it was too late though.
yeah, a lot of
Garbage
garbage
time.
time stuff. Yeah, not the best. I think he deserves more money though. Either way, I mean, listen, the Cardinals they did this to themselves. This was a monster of their own creation. The second they started using Jacoby Brissett as a leverage tool to get Kyler Murray out of the building. Because the media and the fans latched onto that narrative, and it gave Jacoby Brissett leverage to do this, and that's why they brought Gardner Minshew in, like I said last time, to lower that leverage down, and then they drafted Carson back to destroy it completely.
Listen, if
So
if 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 Jacoby Brissett already came to a solution mentally earlier in the week, if he truly does not want to be here because of the contract dispute, if I'm the Arizona Cardinals, I'm like, all right, buddy, we'll find a trade partner. I would send his ass to Detroit, back up Jared Goff, and have him back with Drew Petzing. Why not? For I'd say fourth round pick, maybe fifth.
yeah, well, I would do that. I don't know how successful they could be. They should have done it a long time ago before everybody got their quarterback and drafted people and stuff. You know, now they would have to wait till somebody gets injured in camp if that happens or something like that. Yeah, he's under contract. They don't have to do anything. You know what I mean? Like he can be mad all he wants. The Cardinals don't have to do anything. He's literally under contract. So it's like, what can he do but not come to the workouts and stuff that like he's doing right now? The real problem is Jacoby Brissett signed a $12,500,000 contract with the Arizona Cardinals, and he's only probably been paid Like, well, he got 3.5 million to sign, so he's been paid like probably almost half of it, right? But the only money that's guaranteed is at the 1,500,000 for this next year. So he's trying to fight for that other 5 million plus that he's supposed to get. Especially when they're calling him QB1, putting up fat heads of him in the training room and stuff. They screwed themselves over, so now they have to pay this dude. And I mean they could play hardball and not pay him and just go on without him, which is what they probably should do at this point.
I was just say it's unfortunately, all love to Jacoby. He's a great dude, great guy to have on your team in the locker room. But I think at the end of the day, like my LaFleur is going to be prepared to roll with Beck going into the season.
I've been seeing some tapes, and he's been looking pretty solid with his throws.
And I think he's going to have an offensive line, and he's a lot more mobile than people give him credit for.
Well, that's still unproven. But, I mean, I've been seeing a lot of positive words about Chase Besantis, though, our second-round pick.
Oh, yeah, dude's a monster.
Yeah, I'm excited. Um, that's crazy, man.
I'm hoping our offensive line can be retooled. It's not finished whatsoever, but I'm hoping it's retooled and slightly improved this season. So
Yeah, see, this is why Jacoby was mad. He's If he doesn't hit the incentives and whatnot, like if he gets yanked mid-year and only makes the base of what he's supposed to be in guaranteed money this year, it'd be 1,500,000, while Carson Beck as a rookie is gonna make like 1,851,000. So
300K different.
yeah, so that's why he's pissed
Dang.
because he's even anywhere close to the rookie quarterback on his rookie deal. When he's supposed to be the starter of the team, and I think this hurts the
Well,
team,
think of
man.
how the running backs feel though with Jeremiah Left's contract,
Oh, my
and even the
God.
running backs around the league. You feel me?
All the
So
running backs
you got to
definitely
give
feel
and
like
take here.
you got to give and take, but like with the Cardinals, it's a lot of like the running backs. They know that their jobs are secure and they got multiple years on their contract. Jacoby's contract is after next year it's over, and if he doesn't play, he can't make $6 million. Instead, he'll end up making $1 million, which is nuts. You know, so I mean, for him, it's a big deal because he's not getting a million more contracts after this. This is probably one of the last one or two, three contracts he's gonna get.
Yeah.
So I get it from his angle completely. Like I don't fault Jacoby Brissett. I just don't think he's going to be successful in what he's trying to get done with the Cardinals. Somebody else might, give him the money, but when they drafted Carson Beck, I kind of knew it was kind of a wrap for him.
Yeah, no, he's either gonna get cut and go somewhere else, or somebody's gonna call up the Cardinals right before cuts and be like, "Hey, we'll give you this for him," and he'll be on his way.
For me, though, the real question is, does Monty Ossenfort know what he's doing here? Like the whole Kyler Murray to this point with the quarterback room, it's just been, what are we doing? Like it's been a process that just doesn't make much sense. So you get rid of Kyler, name Jacoby the starter, have him play, the rest of the season out, and then you're like going to the offseason and showing everybody, yeah, no, we're gonna roll with Jacoby. And then when it comes time to actually roll with him and give him an extension and more money, you not only draft another quarterback, but you bring a quarterback in Gardner Minshew in with the coaches talking about, we were on FaceTime for 8 hours, and after he came and beat us with the Chiefs, I was just so amazed. I'm like, oh, this doesn't sound good. Like this sounds like, and then Jacoby adding onto that by not showing up to voluntaries in a brand new system when he's supposed to be the, reach out and mentor the new guys type of person.
Yeah,
It just kind of, this is why the Cardinals are the Cardinals. This is what I'm trying to say. Not
this
encouraging.
this is why we Cardinal. This is why we're Cardinals fans, and this is why we have this show and we rant.
Right.
It's just a mess of a situation. It's like if he's the starter, give him a little bit more money. Give him like Mason Rudolph starter money or something. Find a contract like that, match it. So it can be like, hey, listen, man, you won one game. We're not going to give you freaking Aaron Rodgers or Kirk Cousins money. You won a single game, brother.
I mean,
We're gonna give we're gonna give you money to be the quarterback for 6 games. If you win a couple, if you don't win a couple, then 3 or 4, and then we're gonna bring Carson back in, and the new era is gonna start.
and honestly, like talked deviled into it a little bit last week. I think the Carson Beck era is going to start sooner than people think. And honestly, I think he's going to be that guy going forward. He's going to prove that we don't need to waste a draft pick in 2027. And I'm still going to stand on that crazy level that I put last week when I said, regardless of who the quarterback is, week one, who I think it will be Beck, we will shock the Chargers and we're going to shock the Chiefs in Arrowhead. So it's going to be Carson Beck.
I think that's if the Jacoby Brissett contract doesn't get resolved. It'd be Carson Beck 1 and Gardner Mission 2. But I feel like, I mean, if Jacoby Brissett's a starter, Carson Beck's number 2 regardless. So,
Absolutely. But I'm just
but then
excited.
I feel like Gardner will be like, then what the fuck did I come here for then, you know?
I mean, but given the fact that he's only really been the guy in like a couple of years, I think he's gotten that hint that it's like there's a 50-50 chance no matter where he goes, he's either going to get a shot or he's just going to be the mentor.
Right.
I think you should just accept being a mentor, or just, hey, listen, whatever. I know that I won 1 game. Let me go in here with a fresh set of dice. Learn this offense, come through, and show y'all why I deserve all this money. Instead of holding out after one season, where, I mean, yeah, you had some great moments, but it's like you didn't win games, bro. You got embarrassed. I spent my hard-earned money and went to Seattle, literally first row, really expensive
I
stuff,
remember that for you,
to
dude.
watch them get
Gosh.
destroyed, man. Nah, man. Win some games and then ask for some money. This is my thing, man. And I don't rip players like this a lot because I'm a player centric person. But Jacoby Brissett, you've been a backup quarterback your whole life. You finally got your chance to go in there and be the starter. And instead of going and embracing it and toughing it out and working with the contract stuff behind the scenes, you're throwing a fit after winning 1 game when you know you got good rapport with the team and the players. Why not ride that momentum and sweet talk them and do the right things and just seize your one moment that you've had to become a starting quarterback in your whole career? It's like, damn, you think that you'd be hungry for this moment instead of trying to F it up and get cut because the situation is playing out in front of you. Gardner Minshew will take your job, whether it be being the backup or being the starter until Carson is ready. So that's my message to Jacoby Brissett.
Beautiful. And I mean, you're 100% because I mean, the only thing he's doing by holding out in his position, he's just playing himself out of a job.
Exactly. He's giving the advantage to Gardner Minshew and Beck, who can learn this new offense. None of these guys know this offense, Jacoby
Right.
included. So you're gonna make Mike LaFleur. I keep saying Matt LaFleur. Mike LaFleur. You're gonna make him comfortable with Gardner Minshew. You're gonna make him comfortable with Carson Beck, and you're gonna be the unfamiliar one. And I mean, who's gonna go for that? Everybody's working at the same pace, and now you're the unfamiliar person throwing everything off. Not You're gonna start yourself at a disadvantage. Um, I feel like we talked a lot about Jacoby Brissett, but there's another situation that's going on that's sneaking behind the radar, and it's a sweaty one. Josh Sweat. He requested a trade right after Jonathan Gannon was fired and has not showed up for voluntaries either. Now he's a defensive player. That's more common for them. He's been in the Nick Wallace's defense. He's a vet, but I think it's more than that. How do you feel, Dylan?
Honestly, I feel like the sense of direction around the fan base and the media around the NFL, everyone's thinking that the Arizona Cardinals are rebuilding, and I feel like a player like Josh Sweat, especially with coming off from a championship team from the Philadelphia Eagles and signing the bag here, I feel like he doesn't want a part of the rebuild personally, and I feel like that could be a reason why that he just wants out because why waste the rest of his peak years of a player like him here in Arizona when we don't even know if this rebuild with this new regime is just going to take off this next few years or not. When he can just go to a team that's ready to win now.
Agreed. And on top of that, he was only here because he was cool with Jonathan Gannon. What do you think, Frankie?
My thing is, I think it's a little less serious because he's held out before, or not held out, but he's not shown up to OTAs before. Last year, for example, even with Gannon, he wasn't in the building. Pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I've just seen at least Josh Sweat in the weight room on a couple of the off-season workout photos. So he's still connected with the team. I think the fact that Nick Rollis is still in the building, and I at least think he's going to ride it out this year to see how things go. And then if, all else is going in the wrong direction, I think he would request a trade after the season. But given all the unknowns and the fact that, hey, Gannon still has kind of a rapport with the team, I think he might give it a shot. He's not an OTA guy. He hasn't been. So I think it's more people are making it more of an issue than it actually is.
I think he's going to get traded to the Packers.
Bro, that'd be
I,
nasty with Micah Parsons. Sheesh.
yeah, I think that they're going to try to make it happen. And I also think that we would get something fair in return because they're brothers. So it
Right.
would be like we wouldn't just lose out. So I'm okay with him getting traded as long as we replace him adequately. I mean, we need
I
him. If
could.
Walter Nolan can pop off, he might stay here. He might be able to break some sack records.
No,
I
that
mean, a
was
team
you got
tied to
the
Micah
rookie
Parsons that
roster.
could use a player like Josh Sweat, possibly the Dallas Cowboys. See if they'd be interested in getting recover that spot.
Yep, they're one of the teams. Philly's also a team for him. But I mean,
Reunion.
Philly doesn't have the cap space and stuff, so they would have to move heaven and earth, and I don't think he would do that for a defensive player because edge rushers are important in football, but a lot of them get drafted at the top of the draft every single year. So,
Yeah, we'll
um, but
we'll give him Josh Sweat, or we'll give him Sweat back for a draft pick in Cooper DeJean.
the Eagles,
Yeah,
should I take it? Um, yeah, I mean, what would the Packers have for us that we could get from them? They don't really have much.
I was gonna say honestly,
They already traded away all their good receivers.
you think? I mean, they might go for a top tier offensive lineman. You never know.
I would love that. If we could get a good offensive lineman out of Josh Sweat, I'd be happy with it because the defense is young. They're gonna be good. We can get edge rushers in the draft. Not a big deal to me. We're not gonna be Super Bowl bound this next year anyway. So if we could, I would just get a bunch of draft picks. Honestly, they need it. Get a bunch of draft picks. Maybe if you can get a great player, get trade for a great cornerback.
Especially if we're high in the draft again, too.
The
Rack them
positions I
up.
would trade exactly the positions I would trade for are cornerback and offensive line, really, and like an interior offensive line.
Right.
Yeah, but that's the Josh Sweat situation. Hopefully that doesn't turn crazy. I don't know I'm gonna try to trust this new coaching staff because I am watching a lot of player interviews lately, and a lot of them are saying the same thing, and it's that they're saying that they love Nathaniel Hackett. It's crazy to me, but that's always kind of been his saving grace is the players really like him.
I was
Like
gonna say,
all
I
the
look at it
players.
this way right now. It's like as long as the culture is okay, it's and heading in the right direction. Like that's solid for now because like being pretty sure what on every report card again we're near the bottom. So any guy that comes out and says, "Hey, we got good guys in the building again," I think we've made strides in a lot of areas. But obviously, we all know as Cardinals fans, Michael Bidwell still needs to do better.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what these guys can do. I, I I was really skeptical about Nathaniel Hackett, but hearing the players talk about him really got me warmed up to him. So now I'm kind of excited. I just uh I just hope that they can surprise people because it seems like we have the people in place, but everything's so new. But we do still have Trey McBride, Michael Wilson. Now we have Jeremiah Love. The offensive line is decent. We're
Tyler
gonna,
Algier,
yeah, Algier. I forgot about Algier. Like we're deep now. Like we're deep.
And
You
again, I
know,
DeSantis on the O
mentioned
line again.
DeSantis. I mean, those are rookies. I don't really put too much stock in it,
Well,
but the rookies.
he's been projected and ranked and talked about pretty high, so
That's true.
we'll see
We'll
with
give him
that
some
one.
credit.
We need him. We need him to be solid with Paris Johnson as part of the rebuilding with the O line.
I want to
again,
So
see if Reggie Virgil can be the replacement for Zay or the replacement for one of those third guys that wasn't really performing that good. So I would love to see that. Good old Reggie Virgil. He doesn't get talked about enough. So I'm gonna give some Reggie Virgil love up today. Because I mean, everybody's gonna be guarding Trey. You know, they're gonna guard Michael Wilson now because he just had a 1,000-yard season. That means Reggie Virgil's gonna get a lot of targets.
and Marvin Harrison needs to leap in his last year of his contract.
Yeah, and they're gonna lock down. They're gonna try to lock down Marv too. Yeah, him. We're already in the last year of Marv's contract. That's
And his
nuts.
father needs to be quiet and shut his mouth and watch behind the 6 subscriptions they have to watch next season on the NFL.
Now his father needs
so
to be loud in the training room outside of the season this summer, or you know what I'm saying, the whole off season. I hope that they're going crazy with the drills because I feel like Marvin Harrison's going to be on the warpath this year, and hopefully that and this is another reason why Jacoby Brissett's decision is just dumb. Like, you got too many players that are in a pivotal year of their careers, or too many new people that you need to go and mentor and stuff to try to be doing this at this point. You should have did this earlier. Like, I don't have a problem with you doing it, but you should have got with the Cardinals and been like, "Hey guys, what are we doing?"
but
But
here's my
business is
call.
business.
Here's my call right now, especially when you guys talking receivers. We're gonna see Tyler Algier lined up at fullback, especially once we get close to the goal line.
I'd be surprised, but at the same time, Mike does like to run a lot of 12 and 13 personnel, like big lineups. So he's a run first coach, so I could see it.
I see more Connor being the fullback guy, like blocking for Jeremiah Love.
Connor still has to make it to be on the team.
That's crazy to say, though.
I mean, at the end of the day, they wouldn't have given him all that money if not all that money, but they wouldn't have given him more money or restructured the deal with him if they weren't going to bring him back.
Right.
They're doing the same thing at running back that they're doing at quarterback. It's like you're paying people that might not even be here, bro. What are you doing? If you're paying them in a way that makes their contract more tradable, fine. Your Wizards do your thing. But if these moves just make it feel like Monty Ossenfort is just making random trades,
Yeah, no, we
random draft
definitely
selections.
always unknowns as Arizona sports.
Yeah, man, he's got to. I mean, like, I think Monty Ossenfort will be okay if Will Johnson and Walter Nolan come ball out. It's
And
like, hey, you chose these guys. That class, his class of last year, they got to go hard next year.
And Caleb Proctor too. If Caleb Proctor and Walter Nolan can dominate that middle part of the D line, that'd be great. So,
Yep. And Josh Sweat
Gophers.
would be like, oh, yay, sweet.
but now Joshua wants to get traded. Like, fuck, I just want a solid defensive 7.
Bro, I was so
Ah,
excited when we got him, but he hates it here.
I know.
I mean, to be fair, the suffrage of Arizona is not for everybody, so
It really isn't. But
we
hey,
get
listen,
the best.
some people really love it. Like Book loves it here. But like his life here is great.
Kentucky
Yeah,
boy to Valley boy.
A lot of people love it here, but yeah, like a lot of people don't. It's hot, you know. It's hot,
I
bro. That's literally the only problem. It's very hot.
was say just like you gotta learn to love it, just like you gotta learn to love the show.
Yeah, guys. And if you've learned to love it and you want some more of it, you know where to get it. This YouTube channel, please comment, subscribe, like, tell your friends, become a part of the discussion at Arizona Sports Fanatics on Facebook. Links are in the description. Any way you want to get in touch with the boys. Also, if you want a shirt, hit up Frankie. He's a shirt guy. Um, yeah, amazing.
We love what we
Yes,
do.
sir.
Support us, get with us, show us love, help us go up so we can better serve you.
Yes, sir. We've been a little dry on the sub count lately, but get the thumbs up on the videos, start commenting away, subscribe. Let's get up a little close to 200 in the during the summer, shall we?
Yes.
Summer goal, 200 subscribers.
200.
Too, honey.